Hello and welcome to the energy update here on the Astroflower, where we connect the aura, the chakras in ourselves to the universal vibrations that are going on around us. We will be obviously going into the chakra sequencing and the messages from the earth and meditation upon the ley lines a little bit later on. But in the meantime, let's just see what's going on with the energies as they're coming down the line, like the prana energy, as it were. Here we have the X-ray flux. Now, the X-ray flux, we can see this is to do with sunspots and eruptions, fiery energy more than anything else. We can see a few that's happened over the last week, but none of them came in our direction. And even the ones that were supposed to be coming in our direction didn't really do much, and it's been very much a calm time for that, and I think that's given us a time to explore the vibrations that are within us, that air and water energy connecting the mind and the emotions, so we can really get on because the energies are changing. Here we have the KP index. It's like the aura of the earth. Nothing really going on, very calm. And it's been a lot calmer than that over the earlier part of this week. And I think it's going to get even calmer in the future. It will have a geomagnetic storm probably around about Saturday or Sunday, and that's going to come from the coronal hole that's coming through, and that'll be that earth energy that's really installing itself. So let's just have a look at the sun here and see what's going on for that in this past week. You can see down here is a slight eruption here. This is filament energies. And there you can see the sunspots going out of view to the right hand side here. These sunspots here that didn't really give us anything, and they've been firing off since they've gone out of view. But the main things that are coming through are these two coronal holes. That filament energy has been creating a lot of air because it hasn't been earth directed as such. But these two coronal holes have been very, very big, and they should be with us pretty much from today. But they're going to be affecting the earth, I would have thought, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and that's when the change of the energies are going from air and water energies through to earth energies. We can also see once the sun starts coming round here, and we can see that small filament eruption that happened down there. It was an absolutely beautiful eruption in these coronal holes. Behind it, which is just on this section here, you can see some new sunspots coming around the corner, and that's that fiery energy. And so this week here, I would have thought it's going to be mainly all about the earth energies in the readings. So if you want to see the readings that we do on this channel, Thursday is earth and fire signs, and Friday is water and air signs. So yeah, I will see you there for that, and we'll be seeing how the earth energies affecting your readings. And I think that's going to create a lot of earthquakes, as I said, in the coronal holes there on the earth from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So be attentive to see what's going on, and I'll give you an update. We also do the chat on Sunday as well, where we do a live where we talk about energies. I talk about energies and I answer any questions. I also can talk about your weekly readings and so forth. If you have questions about that, I think that's really important. But yeah, on a Sunday, join us live. It usually goes out 9 p.m. UK time, which I think is a roughly 9 p.m. That's 21, so it's -5. It's roughly around about 4 Eastern time in America, and probably 2 o'clock on the Western time, something like that. 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock on the Western time. Check it out, and you can join us there on the Sunday night where we'll be talking about energies. But in the meantime, let's just get back to what has been going on that sun. And there is other things that have been, what's been going on that sun. Here we can see the Enroll spiral. Now, as I say, as there's no been real eruptions, it shows a very light eruption that may be coming our direction. I don't think it will do any sort of effect. But what you should see is that blue, that major calm in general around the sun. And why is that calm what is that calm all about? It's because the calm of the sun is where it's putting itself back into balance. So the energies are being put back into balance. Let's just have a look at one other thing, which seems to be a little bit, it's commonplace on the internet, where you get some people saying, oh, look at this thing happening, and this is going to cause major problems and everything like that. And I just want to debunk two things at the moment. So let's just have a look at what is going on the with the solar system. Here we have the solar system in front of us, and these are the beautiful stars. What people have been saying is the alignment of the 6 planets in the sky. Yeah, they look like their alignment when you look at them with your own eyes, but when you physically, when you look at the coordinates of the planets, they're not really aligned. There was 3 planets that were vaguely aligned on the 26th, but nothing really major. So this whole sort of 6 planets in alignment and everything like that are creating energy charges. Yeah, it does, but it's not the most powerful that we've seen. So I wouldn't give it that much in the way of credence. The other thing, and I have reported on this in the past 2 or 3 years, and I must have reported on it about 2 or 3 times as well. A lot of people have been saying that all the planets are on one side of the sun. And as you can see, this date here, as you can see down below, I think it's today. As you can see, Pluto, which is out in the distance, and Mercury are on one side of the sun. So it's not all the planets are on one side of the sun. And yes, it does make an effect when all the planets are on one side, and this is very fine. There's not much in it. So yeah, there is a sort of a very loose effect on the sun, but usually that would create a lot of flaring out the back of the sun, and it hasn't, simply because I think things are in a sort of nice sort of spread, which is bringing harmony and balance back to the sun. So let's just have a look at what is actually going on the whole of the sun around it. So this is this whole prana energy. Look at it. So let's just see the sun here. If you imagine this is like the North Pole of the sun, the Earth is down here, some here. This is that corona hole that I was talking about when we were talking about the sun. We have that corona hole that was in there on the 16th of January, over 2 weeks ago. So that's on the far side at the moment. And we've got those sunspots that are gradually going out of view. That's on the right. And those sunspots that are coming into view that are on the left. But look at that cardinal aspect of it all. You've got Earth energy going like that. So I think this Earth energy, this corona hole that's coming through, will be letting through a lot of universal energy that's combined with this Earth energy. So when you're constructing things or building things in your life, be that your career or your relationships and so forth, make sure that there is a physical aspect to it all, but there is a sort of spiritual aspect of it all as well. So you've got that cardinal energy that's going there like that, but you've also got that cardinal energy with the fire energy that goes across it, of that fire energy that's coming in. The other thing you should notice as well is we saw with that filament eruption that goes between the two, like filament eruptions goes between these two here, like on all of those sides, and you have these crossing cardinals that go across there as well. That's all a little bit like the Kundalini as well, more than anything else, within the sun. Here is a photo image of it. That's the actual real corona hole. That's the one from last week. It'd be interesting to see that coming back in the next sort of like 10 days, 2 weeks. The filament energy is a little bit like Kundalini that sort of goes between the root and the crown chakra. So let's just put that into perspective. The sun itself is a reflection, or we are a reflection of the sun. We have the same energetic makeup. We have our North Pole, which is our crown chakra, our South Pole, which is our root chakra, and the crown and the root is actually connected by the force between them, which makes that Kundalini that goes up through us, and as it crosses over that Kundalini, it makes that chakras that we know as the sacrum or the sacred, the solar plexus, the heart chakra, the third eye throat chakra. Those 4 chakras that go along with the rest, the other one, which is the crown and the root, and that's why we only have 5 chakras. Here we have the North Pole, obviously, of the sun. And here we have the sunspots, and we have the sunspots on this side, which is obviously a celebration. And then we have the filament energies that are around us and the corona holes, the heart chakra, the solar plexus. I'd say the solar plexus, to be honest, and the heart chakra. And here we have the third eye, the throat chakra, and the sacrum. And so this is reflecting in a balance within the system, and it should bring balance back into us as our energy. And I think this is going to help us to really get on and do things. So if you're planning on doing anything this week, physical, and it could even be making a website, it's just a case of getting on and doing. Once you get into that rhythm, that's when it's going to start flowing. That's when you're going to be able to do stuff. Okay. So we'll be looking at that earth energy in the readings that we've got on Thursday and Friday. In the meantime, let's just go and have a look and see what's going on with the chakra sequencing and the messages from the earth and the energy on the ley lines.
So here we are out on the energy line. I'm in a little cloître in a local church here, as you can well see. We've been in before. And we've got the energy line that's going through. Quite interesting at the moment what seems to be going on. This could have something to do with pole shift. I don't want to preempt it too much, but it feels like that in the way of what's playing in my chakras, just as I'm sort of feeling the energies at the moment. So, see our lovely pigeons. So yes, in the energies, it's all about what's coming through. Is all about balance. It's putting things back into balance, and it's been a tremendous last 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know if you felt it, but there's been a lot of changes, a lot of things going on. And I still think there's going to be a lot of things going on. As I've always said, that this 2025 is going to be the year of truth, the year of common sense, a common sense evolution. So that seems to be what's happening at the moment. And this is like bringing us back to a bit of pause in the vibration before the next wave comes through. So here we are, we're on this energy line at the moment. It actually feels really nice as it goes through. Let's just see if we can get some sort of chakra sequencing. So here we are on the line. I can still feel it flowing through, so I'm waiting for it to come back to the central point, our connection to all energy, which is the sternum. There it goes there. Okay, so that comes through there. It goes to the root more than the crown. It's almost as if like the crown has done too much. That's what it feels like. Going back down through. A little bit on the throat chakra, but it seems laden, heavy, burdened. And then it pushes through on the throat again, but this is much more pronounced. And I think this could, well, we'll go into what I think it could be at the end because it's moving again. And there we go, we've got the third eye now. That seems to be a bit hot, to be honest. And there's the heart. That's really lovely to see. The heart seems to come through, and it's very warm. It's not, flitting heart sort of thing. It's not flying in the air. It's really sort of poised, which is really nice. And then we go down to the solar plexus, or the plexus solar, the solar plexus. That seems to be poised as well, like the heart chakra. And this could be, as I was saying earlier on, about that balance thing that's going on between the heart and the solar plexus. And then it goes down to the sacrum. And that sacrum as well is really poised. It plays into what's coming from the root. This is a real grounding energy. It's eliminating certain aspects of it all And then we get back into the root. The crown doesn't want a part of it, doesn't want a bar of it. And then comes back to the sternum. So I think here is the energies, the waves of energy are trying to help us to unburden, to actually say things to other people, to engage in conversations, engage in solutions of what is burdening us. But you've just got to be a little bit wary about not overheating in your thinking when you're engaging with this conversation, and make your heart as light as possible. So it seems this sort of energy at the moment is helping to reveal truths that need to be told or need to be said, that it may have been causing you a lot of weight in the past, and now it's a case of releasing it in a way that is very constructive, not destructive. And once you start releasing it in a way that is destructive, then you get to a situation when you can really start building on a fresh and clean foundation for a new future. That's what it seems to be coming out of the chakra sequence. It seems very, it's not joyous, but it seems wholesome. That's what it seems to be like, the energy that's coming through again. And these are these waves, and if you're sitting on a line, on a ley line, you'll get this wave of energy coming through every sort of minute, 2 minutes, and you'll feel this wholesome energy flowing through you. And that will allow you to actually start finding the words to convey to the world that is around you, to the people that are around you. And it could well be a situation as well, but I think it's more to sort of do with people. And this could be family, friends, community. It'd be interesting to see how this plays out on the weekly reading this week here, Thursday night and Friday night. Thursday night is obviously earth and fire, and then we get on the Friday night water and air. So that'd be interesting to see how that plays out in the signs, and we'll talk about it in greater detail on the live on Sunday night. Okay, so let's just reconnect to that line. That's so easy to do because it's through the root chakra, and for me personally, that's beautiful to do. It's easy to do as a Capricorn. There we go. We're connecting to the line. We're finding our way to the crossing point, and let's go down through the vortex into the center of the earth. We still have that portal, and there seems to be a lot more people around that portal. Let's just get out of that vortex and get closer to the center part of the earth. And the center part of the earth is the part that connects to the sun, and then you can go from the sun all the way through to any other way you like in the galaxy, and that's what's called astro voyage, but that's for another day. Let's just see what's going down. I've come close to the sphere, and it's allowing me through the sphere. It's very strange. It's almost sort of saying they're asking for help. What are they asking for help in? Okay, I did some work on this sphere during the week. Now I know what they're asking me for help, and they seem quite frantic about it. It's as if like things are blocking the true vibration coming through. And let me just help that situation. Hang on a second, I need to just do something. Okay, I'll take that back. Excellent. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I saw last week a sort of like samurai soldiers coming through, and I understand what they're about now. And I'll talk to that in a minute. Let me just get a message from the earth. I understand what's going on, and you know, I don't own the earth. You don't own the earth. It's not yours. It's not mine. It doesn't belong to anyone. It belongs to nature. It belongs to the creator, as it were. But we, everybody and everything is allowed to use this vibration. So let's just see if there's a message from the earth. It shows me like, almost like a Christ figure with their hands held out, welcoming the world. And he's dressed in white. And it's more of a case of, it's not very sunny, funnily enough. It's very similar to the sort of cloud cover that we got just up here. And it's, let me see if I can speak to that person. It's like the Logos, Logos, the Logos of Christ. Yeah. Okay, so what is being told is to embrace the creation, the good. No, not the good, but it's creation. Embracing the expansion, the evolution. That's what it is. Embrace that, welcome it. And as you welcome it, those that are connected with destruction, it's not that they will fade away, they will realize their paths that they have tread and leave them to their path, but embrace the future. And that's where the sun comes in. And now the sun is shining. And he's off. Vroom. Okay, so let's just wait for my vortex to come through, because I've got to talk about that. There we go, there it is. Back up into the crossing point that's just behind me. And back into the body. What was going on with the portal inside is that there was it's like a filtration zone. So things need to be allowed to come through this portal so like a judgment can be made. And this could well be people from other dimensions. I don't think so. I think it's the spirits and souls that can make the composition of the human race, because we're coming closer to that inversion of the poles. We're coming closer to the moment of energy really sort of taking back the control of the situation. And that's like a little bit like revelation times, I guess. And it happens regularly, so I wouldn't worry about it. You can't stop it, you can't increase it. It's just a timing thing. But just being part of it and being part of life is really important. Being part of everything that is around you, be it vegetable, mineral, animal, doesn't matter. Just be part of it. And I think here is almost as like, it's funny. I was working back in 2003, and it was at Christmas. I've spoke about this story before, and there was just something weird going on. So I ended up going upstairs to find out what was going on, as it were. And they said there was going to be a big intake of people, and that was, there was no one up there. And this big intake came from that tsunami that they had over in Indonesia and so forth, and in around that area there, the Banda Aceh sort of thing. The thing is that the reason we have a population that is so big is because every spirit has to be on this planet at this moment. Can't go anywhere. If you pass away now, you will be reincarnated straight away. Now, I can only figure that the filtration that is going on in the center of the earth could well be the spirits or the souls, the spirits that make up a soul, that haven't been reincarnated at this present time. It might have been that they, passed away last week, and they're going through that judgment time. So it's done pre in time. As that portal gradually opens up, it's going to open up more and more, and I think will take over the entire world, and I think that's what the revelation is going to be all about. But don't worry about it. There's no point. There's really no point. There's no point stressing. The more fun you engage with energy, the more fun that you engage with the world around you, the better life will be. You know, I wouldn't lie to you, and I wouldn't tell you something that I don't see. So, and I can only take on what I perceive to be in connection to everything that's gone before, that I've been doing before, and I can see that there's a gradual path leading up to this. And that's been coming over the last 30 years of doing this sort of work. And now it's sort of here. I feel very relaxed about it, but it's not, they're not going to give me a date if that's what you're going to ask, because a date is not possible to give. It's just got to happen. It happens over time. And this could well be the start of it, and this could be the age of Aquarius thing we're talking about. This could well be the start of it, and as it starts and goes forward, then it's going to start of, finish its completion with the on the surface of the earth. Interesting times. So this is the time to open up emotionally, start speaking from the heart, and speaking in a way that heals wounds in order for evolution or redemption to happen. Okay? They're very heavy at the moment, the messages from the earth, I've got to say. I almost want to say sorry about that, but I can only tell you as it is. Okay? I will see you over on the readings on the Thursday and the Friday. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.